I've always loved miniatures. GameMasters here, and I want to take a look at the miniatures found in the Warriors of Krynn board game that is releasing to coincide with the Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen book for Dungeons & Dragons. The boxed game comes with 6 miniatures in all. They come unpainted, but it does appear that they have had a slight wash applied. It is also my understanding that WizKids will be releasing painted versions of these in the near future. They are for the most part classless, because in the game you can pick one of 12 classes to give any of them. Although in looking at the art, equipment, in their sculpt, as well as their pose and backgrounds, you can kind of guesstimate which class these would be. We have Andir Valmakos. This is someone who completed his magical training. However, he chose specifically not to seek out other mages of high sorcery. Instead, he went out to explore the world as an adventuring wizard. His travels have only recently started, but he knows that his trek across the lands will one day bring him to the Tower of High Sorcery to see what awaits him in his future. Is he a mage, a sorcerer, or a wizard? There is Hrigg Roundrook, a dwarf with 4 siblings. He loves to laugh, eat, and fights hard. This almost sounds like a dating service. Hrigg was chosen by the god of honor and war, Kiri Joleth, to receive divine power and has set out to go directly up against the dragon army. Is Hrigg a barbarian? But with the divine power, would he be a cleric or is he possibly a paladin? Levna Drakehorn is spinning next. She is a Solamnic Knight of the Order of the Rose, and she was left with a large scar after one battle against the dragon army. She is not fully aware of what caused the scar, but believes it to have come from a blue dragon's breath attack. Is she a paladin, a fighter, or something else? Before we check out the last 3 miniatures, I'd love to ask that if you're enjoying this video, to please give it a thumbs up, or subscribe if you really like what you see. It helps to spread my videos out to more eyes, and I thank you kindly for that. Iriad is a Cagnosti elf and can move through the wilderness undetected. She got into a small encounter with the dragon army, and ever since then she has set out to learn as much as she can about them to help defeat them. She is a talented scout and will not hesitate to use her blades against her enemies. This one screams rogue to me. Might she be a different class, though? Ayik is an archer and a highly skilled survivor. The dragon army swarmed over his homeland, and he suffered an agonizing leg injury under the trample of a warhorse. He swore himself and his bow to defeating the dragon army. He's a bit cocky and brazen, almost reckless, and wants nothing more than to finish the fight against the dragon army. I'm fairly confident that this one would be a ranger. What do you guys think? Tim Trimble looks to be a kender. She likes to wander, often finding herself in long-forgotten areas of the world. Tim does not grant one much in terms of personal space and loves to curl up in warm spots, much like a cat. She has befriended a tiny winged lizard named Melon. This one's a tough one. I can see bard-like qualities, but I also see ranger elements, perhaps druid, maybe even a monk. Let me know what you think. As mentioned, these are the minis that will come with the Warriors of Krynn board game. I like the sculpts, and I wonder, I've got a fellow YouTube that I'm friends with, FryMinis. He does a lot of miniature painting. I wonder if he's going to paint this. And we could bombard his channel and see what he's got going on. I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description, but tell me, what classes do you think these guys would be? Let me know down in the comments, and until next our paths cross, may your encounter against the dragon army be a mighty win.